Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Bill Busch out today. Back tomorrow for our remote broadcast. We will be at the UNL East Campus Readiness Center tomorrow from 6 to 8. Stop on by. Everyone is invited. It'll be a special for Veterans Day, which is coming up this Saturday. But we're going to do a little Veterans Day remote broadcast tomorrow. But
okay,
Bill
that's
will be
what's
back for
going
that.
on.
Yes, that's what's going on tomorrow.
A Veterans Day celebration of sorts.
Yes.
At the Readiness Center on East Campus.
Yes. Yes, that's what's going to happen. So that's tomorrow's event. We'll have a good time there. It'll be a fun. I've heard anywhere from 50 to 200 people might be there.
Good God.
That's per Scott and Chad out there at the Nebraska Army National Guard. They said, hey, 50 is probably the minimum. 200 is probably the max. They'll have we'll be in the gym, the open inside. We're not outside. We're inside.
In the gym.
Yes.
There's a gymnasium.
Yes, and we can lift weights during the break too. There's a bunch. I went yesterday. I toured it.
We're not lifting weights.
There's treadmills. There's a bunch of different machines to lift on. We can get ripped. There's even the bands for Bill to do.
Bill.
He can do his band work.
Bill is the one. Would he mind us saying that he does his band workouts between segments?
Why would he mind that? It's fitness. He's getting fitness in during the breaks.
He tucks himself away in a little room and whips those bands.
Yes.
He's getting fitness. He might do that.
He might.
I don't know if he'd do that in front of 200 people.
Why not? He's not ashamed of it. He's better to lift something than nothing, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
He's doing some fitness there. And by the way, speaking of Bill, he was on last night, Big Red Wrap-Up.
Yeah, I heard it went well.
I heard it did too. I didn't catch all of it live. I caught a couple clips of it, and I would say this: you dressed him well. If you told him how to dress, he was looked up for the part. You looked to the part.
I did not dress him.
His hair looked good. As always, no hat on. The hair looked good, looked regal. Attire was good. So I thought he did a good job.
Good.
Which is no surprise.
No. So he's got things going on, and we have to proceed.
We do.
Hopefully he'll be here tomorrow.
I think he will be at the remote broadcast.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the goal at this point.
Live remote. Then do we have some other live remote coming up? Can I say that? Ask you?
Yes, we do. If we're looking ahead in the schedule, as long as Nebraska does not make the Big Ten championship in football, we will have a remote broadcast at Madsen's Billiards and Bowling at just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Bowling and billiards?
Yes, bowling. Excuse me. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge on December 1st, starting off the year.
December 1st.
Start off the month,
so that would be
it's a Friday. It's a Friday morning.
Okay.
So, and by the way, I will have more to plug on that here in the next week or so, but it's going to be an incredible event. I expect a packed house because there could be potentially free bowling involved in those 2 hours we're out there.
6 to 8.
That's December 1st at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, December 1st. As long as Nebraska's not in the Big Ten title game. Otherwise, it would be December 8th.
Oh, so it's happening no matter what.
Yeah, we will have it no matter what.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Either the 1st or the 8th. So that's remote's coming up for early break.
I'll be go to hell.
I'll be go to hell indeed. 402-464-5685. Call or text. As always, anything from Idle Chit Chat for you today at all?
No, not really. I mean, I had a late workout, so I'm a little, I'm tired, but I'm fine. I was yelling in the truck to get
this morning?
Yeah, I mean, remember Happer told me.
Yeah. Just yell.
Yeah, you don't want to go on the air sounding like you just rolled out of the rack. So yelling in the truck served a dual purpose for me. It kind of woke me up.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and it got my voice right.
I do that once in a while.
Do you?
Right now, it would not be great. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold. And so if I scream, I might lose my voice if I yelled in the car or screamed. I don't want to, tempt that or, see what happens.
Boy, it's going around.
It is.
Flu is going around.
There's your idle chit chat. You love that.
Yeah.
weather, all the flu's coming around. It's not the flu. I don't have the flu. It's the common cold. No, it's the common cold. And you mentioned this morning, I looked back in our fridge that's in the mill area back there, and I saw a box of pizza from the aisles. I said, that's random. And
Why
you informed me this morning that was your box of pizza.
It's from Monday night. I went to the aisles on Monday night.
So you walk in and you said, hey, that pizza's still good. I said, you just ate that random box?
Oh,
No, that was your box of pizza. I would have laughed if you had no idea where that box came from and just dove into some cold leftover pizza this morning.
Somebody else's?
Yeah.
Do you think I would do that?
Yes, I do. We see you ravaging around like a coyote. You say it all the time for food. I would not be surprised if you dug into the box of pizza that you didn't know whose it was or how long it's been there from, just to have a piece.
There is a loaf of, it looks like blueberry bread.
And I'm not really sure where that came from. That's on the back table back there.
I restrained myself on that. I did touch it.
You could have had a bag of chips. Those are free for anybody.
Bag of
fair
chips
game.
Doesn't sound good.
Those are free.
Breakfast pizza's
The
okay.
6:30 bag of Doritos didn't hit you, huh?
No.
Like yesterday.
No, even the traditional Lay's, it's before coffee.
From the text line, Railroader Matt says Sip would definitely be eating someone else's food from the fridge.
Oh, come on. Where's my cuz, by the way? Where's my railroad cuz?
Where is Dave Dipple at this morning?
Dipple, we haven't heard from Dave Dipple in 3 weeks.
He's been
Maybe
working.
longer.
He's been working.
On the railroad.
All the live long day. Yeah,
Yes.
That's where he's been.
Park your train like you did that day. He literally parked his train and drove down to the ticket. We got to do something for Dipple.
We do. Anything, I don't chit-chat anything else. I don't think I didn't watch any sports last night. I didn't watch any basketball.
Creighton 105-54 win against Florida A&M.
And nobody cares about that in the city.
Yes, they do.
No,
I
they
was
don't.
at Planet Fitness last night and got stopped by a person. Said, hey, were you watching Creighton tonight?
You should have said gladly, heck no, I wasn't watching Creighton.
And that person who seemed knowledgeable said, I think they might be better than they were last year. They were seconds from making the Final Four.
That team also lost to Nebraska last year by 10 in their home building. Don't forget that. Creighton fans, if you're out there, don't forget your team did lose to Nebraska in Omaha last season.
105-54 victory over Florida A&M. They're number 8 in the nation, but will rise because of Michigan State's loss.
To James Madison.
Yeah. I saw Izzo say, my veterans didn't play well, but I really don't care because I'll replace them.
You are a huge Tom Izzo fan.
No, I'm not.
I know.
I am not.
There's sarcasm in that one.
Yeah, he said, let the controversy begin. That's what he said. Let the controversy begin. I guess he can get away with stuff like that because he's Tom Izzo. Can you imagine Fred Hoiberg losing his cool?
Well, I kind of have horrible memories of the early days of Hoiberg. I mean, they lost his first ever game. They lost to UC Riverside by 20 points here.
Yeah, that was
Riverside. You remember that?
Yeah, I was there.
I was there.
And they shot free throws really bad.
It was horrifying. And people told me to calm down. I was like, calm down. This wasn't California. This wasn't even, UCLA. It was UC Riverside.
If it was UCLA, you would have expected.
Yeah. That's a middle of the pack to bad Big West team you lost to by 20. Then they lost to Western Illinois in a next year, I think, the first game. So we've been down the road of losing first games of season.
It happens.
At Nebraska.
Yeah, it didn't happen to Creighton.
It sucks.
It didn't happen to Creighton last night. And then, there's one thing that I think you'd be interested in terms of idle chit chat.
Okay.
So I got my hair cut. I think it's Great Clips that's by Super Saver. Is that right?
Which
on
Super
48th and 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Great Clips. She did a great job. That's not what I'm talking about, though. I was walking out and I heard a man say, Sipple, you're the man. You're the man. Okay, you're the man. You're the man. Then quickly, he said, you do a great job. I've been following you for years, blah, 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 and which is fine. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, all right.
But then why don't you guys ask tougher questions? Why do you always lob softballs at the coaches? I'm like, I don't know. What do you want? Why can't you just flat out ask him, why is Turner Corcoran the left tackle?
That's his first question.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, no, wait a second. He just can't, because there's got to be some tact. Just be blunt. It was fine. We had a cordial we had a cordial
You should have
discussion.
said, would you write me a list of questions you have? I'll consider asking them at the next press conference.
Well, a lot of it was Heinrich Harburg related.
I'm sure it was.
Which, by the way, can serve as a segue into this.
It can. That was Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call them to get ahead for your 2024 fertilizer programs in the yard. Newton's Lawn Care, again, our sponsor of Idle Chit Chat. Mark,
hey, can I say something before we go?
Yeah.
I appreciate that kind of feedback. And you do hear it from people.
When they say, first of all, you're the man, but by the way, stop lobbing softballs here, man. Come on.
Well,
give me something here.
I'm not above reproach. I welcome criticism. I do. It doesn't bother me. I criticize. I should be able to handle criticism. Satterfield talked yesterday, and he was good.
He did. Marcus Satterfield and Tony White spoke yesterday. We'll get to Satterfield off the bat regarding
How about you go with the
question you had regarding Harburg?
There's a simple question.
Okay. The question you asked was, how did Harburg play against Michigan State in your eyes, Marcus Satterfield?
Is that a good question?
How do you feel he played in that game?
He was a little sporadic. We've got to continue to take care of the ball. And a couple of those fumbles, he was up in the pocket. So we got some good work on that today. But we have to take care of the ball. We talk about it all the time. And we're committed to fighting that war until we get it fixed, because that is, that's the reason we're losing right now. It's just we're giving the other team the ball too many times every single game. So we've got to find a way to get that fixed. We're working at it. But to answer your question, I think he's to the point. And I reference Coach Rule a lot because I listen to his stories. But just through the years, you get quarterbacks that when they come in, they start playing early. Right, they're young. They don't have a lot of demons in their head. They just play. They're glad to be out there. Every opportunity, every game you play, more and more information starts to seep in. Now you're not just playing and relaxing, having fun. You're thinking and thinking and thinking. So we're at that stage right now where I just told him, Heinrich, just then, just relax, smile. Right, smile, have fun, run through somebody's face. Go back to the time where people asked if you were going to slide or not. And we said, no, you're just going to run through their face. Go back to that guy, and you'll be fine. So, this week we're just working on him, just freeing up his mind and going and play as fast as he can, as physical as he can.
Smile, relax, and run through someone's face.
I love it.
It's okay. That's
That's
a T-shirt right there, isn't it?
Yeah, or just run through someone's face. I'll tell you something. Tuesdays are beautiful. Tuesdays are beautiful because it's the coordinators. And we do something at Husker Online called the Coordinator Report. It's the favorite thing I do every week because those guys, Satterfield and Tony White, and sometimes Ed Foley, the special teams coordinator, they come and they answer the questions really well, and they give you a level of insight that you don't always get, frankly. That was really good stuff.
That was great.
It was
From
really
Marcus,
good.
Yeah.
I mean, he talked about that Heinrich is in that stage. I'll just paraphrase him where, young quarterbacks come out and they don't even know what they don't know, and they play free, and it's fun. They can't even believe they're playing, but here they are. So they perform pretty well. They're relaxed. But then what happens, and Matt Rules talked about this at length, they start to think, then the joy leaves a little bit, and the magnitude of the situation starts to seep in. Plus they're thinking more and more and more. And right now, that's the stage that Harburg's been in. And I'd say, Jake, I thought he took a step back against Purdue. And then he took another step back against Michigan State.
Yeah, I agree. This is all since the bye week, by the way. Nebraska.
Ooh, yeah.
Northwestern, he wasn't great against, again.
Wasn't great against
Northwestern. The first play of the game, he threw a pick that was 2 yards behind the receiver.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He did hit the deep shot to Malachi. He hit the deep shot against the touchdown against Purdue in a 31-14 win. But yeah, he took a step back against Michigan State, 12 for 28, 2 picks, no touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown in that game.
And now Heinrich Harburg has become a bit of it's starting to feel a little bit like Adrian Martinez already. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Little bit of a lightning rod subject.
But guess what, though? It can be so much different than Adrian if they get one more win, because you can clinch a bowl game. Adrian was a great player that just struggled to get over the hump and get his team to victory. They found incredible ways to lose, whether it's always his fault or the defense's fault or somebody else.
Or just the fact he didn't have much around him.
He did. But You're right. A good player that just it wasn't good enough to lift you over the hump and get you to a bowl game or keep you in the Big Ten West race. For Heinrich Haarberg, yeah, it's frustrating. It's tough to watch him at times. But if he gets this team to simply one more win this weekend, if they get to bowl eligibility, they get a chance to go to Wisconsin, win a football game, stay in the race. Iowa, same thing. You can be disgusted by some of the play and also realize, hey, we're going to the postseason.
I want to be clear. You're right. I want to be clear. I watched the game not like you did because you were in Fresno, and I don't know how you watched it.
9 a.m. TV, sports bar.
Okay, I watched it, and I was like, I was dismayed by the quarterback play. Full disclosure. I mean, his coordinator, I asked the coordinator, Marcus Satterfield, yesterday, just a simple question. How did Heinrich play? How did you think Heinrich played? And what did he say right away? He was sporadic.
Yep.
That's not exactly glowing praise.
No, it's not.
He was sporadic. We got to work on the turnovers. It's killing us. It's why we're losing games. That's not glowing praise.
But that's also fact. That's fact. We all see that.
Right. Oh, I see that.
He's saying what we all see.
He's saying that, and I 100% agree with him. And I felt that, and I felt it against Purdue. I don't think Nebraska had to win despite Heinrich against Purdue, but if they would have beaten Michigan State, they would have had to do it despite the quarterback, which is hard to do. It's hard to do. Hold on. So I'm recognizing all that, but I also, once again, we're having the same conversation we did almost daily with Adrian Martinez, which is he doesn't have enough around him. What would it look like? What would Heinrich Haarberg look like with even the first string guys that are hurt? Isaiah Garcia Castaneda, Marcus Washington, Xavier Betts, and Billy Kemp, and Irvin, and Ramir Johnson, and Corcoran, and I'll just keep going here.
There's a lot of guys.
Yeah, there's 7, 8 first string guys out. What would it look like if he had Mo Purify, Nate Swift, and Todd Peterson with, I don't know, Brandon Jackson behind him? Then what would it look like?
Probably better. Probably would be better.
Oh, come on.
I'd start with also a better offensive line.
Yes.
A better line of the past.
100.
Before I play another clip from Satterfield, here's a good text from Brett in Minnesota on the text line. Okay. He said, Haarberg this season is like my golf game. Early season, I'm just happy to be out and playing and hitting it so well. But by July, I'm overthinking everything and playing like crap.
Oh, that's beautiful analogy. That's a really
Thank you,
Brett.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Brett, that's a good analogy. So how do you now, Brett? Jake can counsel you. How do you push through that?
Well,
maybe you have a coach saying, just go back to emphasizing the joy part. You're just glad to be out here. It's going to rip a few and have fun. That's what they're asking Heinrich to do.
Here is yesterday Marcus Satterfield on Haarberg's mental focus and blocking out the noise. Here's Satterfield from post-practice.
Yeah, he's a tough kid, and I think that not a tough kid. He is a tough young man, and I think he does a really nice job of compartmentalizing the noise and all that, and just kind of, he's trying to adopt, Coach Rule's mindset and our mindset as a coaching staff. It's all about us. It's all about coming and controlling what you can control. I know it's a lot of coach talk, but it's all truths. And if you are disciplined enough to do that, then life's a lot better, and you can develop a lot quicker.
That's good. And I don't know how Heinrich handles the outside commentary. I hope he handles it well because it's real. And if you haven't noticed, I love talking about the quarterback at Nebraska, whoever it is, because the position in the sport of football is so important. I do think sometimes that we can overanalyze that position and not put enough focus on the rest of the offense. It's a common malady. We did it with Adrian. And that's when I had that come to Jesus with Parker Gabriel and Mario Verduzco,
yeah,
who just lit me up together. And so just don't, because I used to say, all I care about is the quarterback's record. That's all I care about. Oh my God. You can't do that.
Mario torched you on that one?
Yeah, and Parker. Torch me.
Your own colleague
Yeah.
And the
Well,
quarterback
you can't
coach
do it
told
that
you-
way. You can't. It's short-sighted. You can't just say, hey, quarterback is what his record is. No, it's not. It's very more, that position's dependent on a lot.
Yep.
So there you go. Tony White, anything that strikes you?
Quickly on Tony White, there's a couple things. He was pretty high in general on Talia Tagovailoa, the quarterback from Maryland, the upcoming quarterback that Nebraska
The
faced.
comments were fascinating. They're fascinating. You look at his numbers, Jake, Talia.
Yeah. Tua's brother, younger brother. Tua.
Has Maryland career records for passing yards, 10,365, passing touchdowns, 72, total touchdowns, 84, completion percentage, his career completions percentage is 66.8.
And Harvard's about 50% right now.
He's right at 50.
So Maryland's having a four-game skid, and still he's at 66.8 career
For his career.
completion percentage.
For his career.
And if you point out, he played well against Penn State. I know he had 15 points. They got blown out. He was 17 for 17 at one point in that game.
Yeah. He has had some bad games, but he's going to be tough to deal with.
So he was high on them. Also, regarding Nebraska's defense, the question was, will the defense show up with more urgency? Here's Tony White from yesterday.
We'll see. It's a good football team, but again, it comes back to this what we talked about before. What Coach Rule always talks about is the standard of play. Right, the standard of play has to be correct in order to give yourself a chance to win the game. And you look back at the game, in the first half, it wasn't to the standard. And then the good thing about the guys and the sideline and everything about an atmosphere like that was when we needed to the most, you saw the guys come out. I thought that's when they were the most alive and they were back to normal and playing to the standard. Those last 3, 4, 5 series-ish right in there about where it was like, hey, we have to stop and we cannot give up points like that. And they went out there and played some ball, and you saw some guys actually running through guys and throwing guys down and fighting off the blocks better. So, this week we gotta make sure we know what to do so we feel comfortable and get them to that mindset to where they can just go attack.
Yes. Now he also there's some other comments that are interesting. I don't know if you can find them or not. White. If you listen to these weekly sessions with the coordinators, he's often very introspective and critical of himself.
Yes.
And he was yesterday. He said,
I got audio.
You got it?
Which one? The aggressiveness?
Yeah, the lack of aggressiveness as a play caller.
This is from your question, the question before. I got two of them. There's one that says he was not aggressive enough with his play calling. We
Say that one.
Okay, here's Tony White.
Do that one.
We were put in some positions where I don't think I was aggressive enough as a play caller. I know a couple weeks back I talked about letting them go play and trusting in those guys, and the game was just kind of stuck in that rut right there, and I didn't want to get too aggressive to and have one pop or something like that. So just kept everything in front and then see what happened, but. That's 100% on me as the play caller. Again, you got to be able to trust those guys and have an instinct and let them go. And I don't think I gave the guys enough opportunity to go and unleash and make a play.
It's interesting.
Yep.
It's really interesting to hear him say that. I mean, he's putting it on him. And I thought, when Sean Callahan suggested this on the video we do, that Nebraska kind of waited around for Michigan State to make mistakes, for Michigan State to cave, because there was this perception that Michigan State was in some form of disarray. They'd lost 6 straight, but I kept saying, I said it on this show, they were fine against Minnesota. They pushed Minnesota into the fourth quarter. They didn't look like a team that was on the verge of collapse against Minnesota. So I wasn't surprised what I saw at all. Michigan State held together well, and think about how they came out of the gate. Did they look like a team that was ready to quit? No, they came out really strong. I mean, they hit 2 big passes right on the first drive against Nebraska, and it was on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told the guys in the press box, midway through the first quarter, I don't like the way this is going because Nebraska was getting beat up front.
Yep, they were.
They're getting beat up front.
And Michigan State was executing trick plays too.
Yeah.
So several things were going wrong, and Nebraska loses 20-17, and now you have not clinched the bowl game. You're still in the West, but you have this monkey that's still on your back about, hey, we need to get this monkey off the back before the Iowa game. You can't go into Iowa at 5-6. They got to win this weekend. I keep saying that. They have to win this weekend. It's going to be very, very uncomfortable in this state if we enter Black Friday at 5-6.
It'd be kind of fun, though.
It would.
It'd be kind of fun.
We have a special guest before you.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay.
So,
who is
all
this?
right. I'll tell you in a second, but
Yeah.
we'll get to Sean Callahan here in a few minutes. But before that, I told you that we have a remote broadcast tomorrow at the UNL East Campus Readiness Center. We're going to have a remote from 6 to 8 a.m. in honor of Veterans Day, right? It's gonna be fun. So there's somebody else in this town that's doing a lot of great stuff for Veterans Day. He's also one of our long-term client of ours, a good advertiser.
Oh,
and
wow.
the sponsor of the pregame show on Saturday
Oh,
mornings.
my God.
It's Kendall Warnock from A1 Automotive.
Kendall.
And Kendall, we appreciate you being here.
From A1 Automotive.
Yes, from A1 Automotive. He's the man. And you are here for a special reason, though, because Veterans Day means something for you also at A1 Automotive. And tell us, Kendall, first of all, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Hey, good morning. So it's been a relationship with a ticket for a long time, 7-8 years. I think
Thank you, Kendall.
We've been together for 7-8 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But I'm here. Jake graciously gave me the mic this morning. So Veterans Day's coming, and I think we all are aware of what veterans have done for us and the freedom that they've provided us on a daily basis. And tomorrow from 7:30 to 5:30, we are going to be doing as many free services for veterans on any of their vehicles all day tomorrow.
Whoa.
We've got
Thursday. Tomorrow,
yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah, tomorrow,
Okay.
Thursday. I had to think about
Just making sure.
I had to think about what day it was there for a second. But with Veterans Day being on Saturday, this is just obviously it's just not a space that we can get it done. But tomorrow we can. And we've been doing this for a couple of years. We've got 20 some signed up already for tomorrow.
Dude,
so
wow.
It's just a matter of, again, guys, this is such a small thing, but we try to inject in the community where we can and how we can. And if we can make a couple of Veterans Day tomorrow and just be a little bit impactful, shake their hand, tell them thank you for their service. And, that's what we're going to do. So
Wow.
we're going to get after it tomorrow.
What is, I mean, that does really, anybody who has car trouble knows that's stress relief, what you're providing.
Yeah.
And that's not small. That's not small. Thank you for doing that.
Well, again, Steve, we've been doing it for a few years, but it's just a matter of, again, we just try to be impactful in spaces in the community where we think we can make a difference. And this is certainly one that we can. And, the skill set that we have, we can provide it. We've got some partners. DP is going to be helping out with a couple of things on the back end.
He's going to take a wrench?
That'd be funny.
I don't know. I don't know. Now, hold on here.
Got some cars to be sight to behold.
Hold on here. I don't know if we want DP turning any wrenches or getting behind an impact, but he's more than welcome.
You don't want me back there either, by the way.
We get Jake's. I tell you what we can do. We get Jake's vehicle in there, and we can get Derek to service it, and we'll see. And then I'll look over
what that
it.
looks like.
Say what happened
The
here.
quality control on the back end is where we come in. But again, guys, any veterans, you can go online, a1autolincoln.com. It's super simple to sign up for an appointment there. You're more than welcome to call 402-477-4660. We are located a couple blocks away from the new digs down here in downtown Lincoln, 1117 L Street, right across catty corner from the Cornhusker Hotel. And again, you can sign up today. If we cannot get to you tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and roll this back into Friday morning too. So, and if you're out of town, if you're a veteran, you're out of town, like, gosh darn, I'd really like to take advantage of this opportunity. And this is an opportunity for us to give back, by the way. Drop your name on, get that link on our website, sign up and say, hey, Kendall team, I'm out of town. I'd really like to take you up on this offer for us. And we'll drop you in next week. We'll get it done.
20 already signed up.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And from, again, 7:30 to 5:30 tomorrow is the time frame?
7:30 to 5:30. The team, and we go over this every year. And this is a couple of spaces where we really are passionate about, hey, we're going to go ahead and get this done for the community and the people that made a difference in our lives and you're giving us opportunity, the freedom.
God bless.
So once again, for those tuning in, so tomorrow it's from 7:30 to 5:30. A1 Automotive, just a couple blocks south here of the ticket.
Yep. You're
offering for veterans. Is it any service? Oil change? What do they get?
Oil change. If you need any filters, we're going to do that too. We partner with our vendor to provide some of that for us. So if we need to rotate the tires, we're going to top off all the fluids.
Nice.
And if there's anything that's like glaring, we're just say, hey, this is something you need to take care of. And if you have a shop in town that you take your vehicles to, absolutely fine. We just want you to be aware of, hey, this is what's going on. As we all know, we're a month away from the snow flying probably in Lincoln, Nebraska. You just want to make sure that you, your family, whoever your friends, who's ever riding in your vehicle, you're safe. And but again, 7:30, 5:30 tomorrow. Free service, free oil change. We've got filters on hand for air filters, cabin filters. We're going to do those as well. Rotate the tires, take a peek, give you a pulse check on your vehicle, and get you out there.
Incredible service by A1 Automotive. Just a couple blocks south of the ticket. Come hang out with us when you're getting your car served. You'll come out and
you're
hang
2
out.
blocks away. Come get some coffee at the mill.
Walk back. And that's the way to do it. So
great idea.
Kendall, we appreciate you for sponsoring all of our stuff for the pregame show, for being a great voice in Lincoln all these years, and for doing especially this tomorrow for veterans. It's an amazing thing you're offering here.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
And you're a natural on the radio, too. Interesting.
He is. He's a stud. He's all around stud. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive. When we come back, Husker Online, Sean Callahan on early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores. Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the Bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brand.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Couple days away from Nebraska playing Maryland here at Memorial Stadium at 11 a.m. on Peacock. You'll be in there, Sip. You have to download Peacock. Bill might have a problem though with that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have problems.
Yeah.
Sean would not.
Yeah, Sean's smart. We're joined now by Husker Line Sean Callahan. Sean, good morning. I want to go to this game off the bat because Nebraska is obviously, both teams are 5-4 entering this game on Saturday, but Maryland's riding a 4-game losing streak. Nebraska's trying to get bowl eligible for the first time since 2016. On that note, which team to you will seem more desperate this weekend?
Ooh.
Gosh, I mean that's a great question. I mean, I think for Nebraska, it's just being at home, the pressure to get that 6 win, kind of knowing what it means for the program. I think getting the 6 wins is probably more important for Nebraska right now than it is for Maryland. I mean, just knowing how many more people care about football at the high level here in a place like Maryland. So I would say the pressure's on Nebraska because I guarantee you this, Jake and Sid, there aren't 40 people, 50 people at the weekly press conferences at Maryland asking questions to the quarterbacks and the players. So, yeah, I think the pressure is obviously on Nebraska.
Sean, you've been around a lot. You pay close attention. How many people do you think are asking Loxley questions on a Tuesday? Seriously.
Peg it around 10.
Oh God, I wouldn't even have said that.
I mean, I was shooting high, but you've got a Rivals guy, a 247 guy there. There's no On3 site there because it's not a big enough market for coverage. And then a few newspaper guys, and then some possible local television guys. But who knows? Yeah, I would imagine not very many.
Okay, Sean, I'm just going to lay it on the line here. This is the conversation in the state. Do you think Nebraska's in a spot where they have to go into the portal to get a quarterback? I'm just
I think
saying.
it's trending in that direction. I don't know how you could look at the overall operation and say they're in a good spot for quarterback next year. I mean, Jeff Sims, if he was playing well and starting and could come back another year, I think he'd be okay with where it's at. But that didn't happen. Nowhere in the discussion in August was Heinrich Haarberg. Nowhere. And he's been the starter, and he's stepped up and done a great job for what they've asked him to do. But I don't know if you can say he's the long-term answer for Matt Rule, or they want this guy to be a 3-year starter going in. So, yeah, I would think at minimum you have to bring a portal guy in now to come in and compete. And obviously he's got to win the job. But, you know, it's a slippery slope, because if you go all in on NIL like they did with Sims, was a really competition last year for that job.
There wasn't.
Sims really even pushed
right
for that job. So it will be a challenge for a leader to kind of navigate through. Because what if Haarberg gets into a bowl, they win the bowl, and you know there's some good momentum in the off season. So yeah, there's a lot to that discussion, I think, for Coach Rule that he's going to have to kind of dissect.
Okay, switching to defense, lost in the fray a little bit, I thought, was the fact that Marquise Buford played extensively, played 20 snaps at safety for Nebraska on Saturday. What did it mean in your estimation to have Buford back there this season for the first time?
Well, he was their best guy a year ago in terms of ability on the back end, making plays, forcing turnovers. He played 24 snaps last week, which I think was by design. They didn't want to ramp him up all the way. But just getting him back, yeah, he's a huge boost because of the instincts he brings, the leadership, just the little intangibles that he has as a player. He can add to that already deep back end. And on the flip side, we've seen other guys step up. Tommy Hill has gotten a lot better over this time. Isaac Gifford's gotten a lot better. So this secondary has seen several guys develop while he's out, and hopefully they can get something from him now the next 3 weeks.
Joined by Sean Callahan, Husker Online. Sean, there's been a lot of good surprises on defense this year, but maybe the biggest has been James Williams, a guy that nobody really knew until a couple weeks ago. He gets another sack against Michigan State on Saturday. What's the game plan with him for the 4-game redshirt?
Well, they're going to get through this week, and then I think probably make that decision. But this week, you know, Maryland's a throwing team, so it makes sense for him to be out there because they're going to have to get after the passing attack of Maryland, a pass rusher. So he's going to be in there. But then, you know, you start to look at the next 2 weeks. Iowa, probably not a game you need him in. Wisconsin, though, is interesting because they are a heavy passing team under Luke Fickell. They pass as much as any team in the Big Ten West, at least, and right up there with teams like Maryland. So would he play in that game? And then would you burn the red shirt? And Matt Rule said yesterday that will be up to the player. It wouldn't surprise me, especially if Princewell's back, if they can hold him back for a red shirt, because Princewell being back out there will really help the pass rush because he's obviously one of their peer guys, and Jamari Butler and, you know, James Williams can come in and give them hope. But they've been able to develop a number of pass rushers this year, and their quarterback pressures on Pro Football Focus year over year are almost double of what they were a year ago. I mean, they're getting way more pressure on the quarterback.
Sean, I'm trying to think how to phrase this question. What is your level of confidence that Nebraska can get this final win, nail down a bowl berth in these last 3 games?
If they can prevent the big plays, I mean, if they get down to Maryland and have to bust and get down 14 points or something, this will be a hard team to come back against, because Nebraska can't really score points at a high level. They haven't played a team in the last month that could score at a high level. Maryland has the ability to. Will they is the question.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So they cannot allow Maryland to get going because the Nebraska offense is just not geared to score a lot of points. So I think, yeah, if they can keep this low-scoring, ugly, they'll win this game. But if it gets high and they give up some busts on the back end because of Maryland's passing attack, this is a tough matchup for them.
What's high? 24? When you say high, is that 24?
No, I think high 20s to the mid-30s.
Okay.
Like, I mean, if it gets in the 30s, that's a tough number.
Good night.
I think in the 20s that they're okay.
Sean, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We'll chat with you again next Wednesday.
Thanks, guys.
Husker Online, Sean Callahan joining us there.
I said on another show yesterday, I'd just be shocked beyond belief if Nebraska doesn't get another win. Shocked.
Yeah.
Don't know if it'll be this week.
I know. The thing that sucks is that your most winnable game you just lost. In the last 4 games, you just lost, on paper, the most winnable game you had. A team that had lost 6 straight games, as Bill was saying, and we all agreed, maybe the worst locker room in all of college football.
I don't know
Michigan
about that.
State.
Did it look like a bad locker room? I don't know if I agree with that.
But they had lost 6 straight games.
But it doesn't mean the locker room's bad. I don't see that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the locker room. I'm not in it. They didn't look like a bad locker room team to me. They didn't.
They were fighting. I mean, it was senior day. They certainly had a lot to play for.
Yeah, it didn't look bad. It looked fine. They came out of the gate fine. I think Nebraska waited for a collapse that never happened. They're not very good at quarterback, but Caton Hauser played pretty well, didn't he?
He did.
Anyway,
he played well. So thanks to Sean Callahan for joining us from Husker Online. By the way, before we get to break, reminder today, if you're hungry, Sip, are you hungry?
What do you?
You're always hungry.
What do you?
You had pizza during the break.
It's good.
Well, you can have actual breakfast food here from 8 to 11. Heavenly Waffles will be back again this morning.
Oh God,
Chef Bob, Kathy, they'll be here from 8 to 11 here today at 1040 O Street, 11th and O. Come on by, 8 to 11. They have delicious waffles here this morning from 8 to 11.
All right, crank it up
in the studio. And by the way, also, again, reminder, tomorrow, if you want to hang out with us, we'll have the remote broadcast. We will be at the UNL East Campus Readiness Center for the Nebraska Army National Guard for Veterans Day. We had Kendall in from A1 Automotive talking about his great service for tomorrow, free oil change and filters change for veterans from 7:30 to 5:30. We will be at the Readiness Center on East Campus from 6 to 8. Anyone's invited. They will have food. They'll have coffee. We'll be out there. They think anywhere from 50 to 200 people will show up to this event.
Okay,
tomorrow.
well, that should be fun.
We'll be inside the gym. It's inside. You won't be cold. It's inside the gym. So come out tomorrow and join us for early break on location at the UNL East Campus Readiness Center right off of 33rd Street, just north of Holdridge.
A lot going on.
Yes, there's a lot going on always when we are early break. This time of year, there's always stuff going on.
Yeah, it's fun. Jake, the football season is almost over.
It just started too.
I know. We have to savor every day.
Like we were just doing the helicopter ride. Now it's before the season began.
Oh, the helicopter
in late August.
Ride. What was that guy's name that hit
Paul.
it? Paul.
Be cool, Paul.
Paul tried to get us. He tried to get us.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew exactly
He'll probably
what he
be
was
there
doing.
tomorrow morning too.
God, I hope so.
He might be there tomorrow morning.
I hope so. We're probably not going. We're not going up in the chopper tomorrow, though.
No,
right?
No chopper tomorrow. I can confirm. No chopper tomorrow.
Can't keep the windows open this time of year.
That would be bad.
Right.
When we come back, song of the day and the mailbag on early break and the ticket.
Pressure's
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we know no two cases are the same. Whether it's a DUI, a criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com. Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November, with the best breakfast sandwiches in Lincoln made just the way you want. Order a caramel latte this month, and 10% of proceeds will go to the Lincoln Habitat for Humanity. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness specialize in getting rid of people's pain quickly and permanently. For 31 years, they've been extremely successful with advanced techniques in pain relief using spinal adjustments and decompression, detoxification, diet and lifestyle modification, and more. They are fully equipped to handle the most seasonal athlete, weekend warrior, car accidents, strains, sprains, and more. Is there anywhere you're experiencing pain on your body, or are you fighting decreased energy and depression? Consult Belmont Chiropractic and Novotny Nutrition and Wellness first at 402-476-8619. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
The holidays are drawing closer, and there's not many things better than getting the gift of relaxation. Not just for yourself, but for anyone in your life. During November, for every service you get at the Body Shop, you get entered into their drawing for a free massage gift certificate equal to your last service. This goes all the way to the week before Christmas, so book your appointments now at thebodyshoplincoln.com and treat yourself and loved ones today. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some areas of patchy fog are possible this morning. Otherwise, we'll see partly sunny skies. We breezy today, too. We'll see a high of around 64. Tonight, mainly clear skies and breezy conditions. Low around 32. And tomorrow, we'll see lots of sunshine and a high of 58. Meteorologist Kyle Cluckett from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Like a latest fashion, like a brain disease.
Once again, your song of the day, Come Out and Play by The Offspring from 1994. 464-56851 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Jake, come on.
I know that someone in this room loves The Offspring. That's you.
Yes.
I like them too. I don't love them. I like them.
I know you like them. God, I don't know. I mean, it's a super high score. It's not questionable. It's pretty creative. You hit me with Offspring, which you never do, hardly, right?
I've done it about 4 or 5 times ever.
In 8 years.
Yep.
I think the best Offspring song is The Kids Aren't All Right.
It's a good song.
The Kids Aren't All Right.
I have played that song before.
Pretty Fly, really good song.
Mm-hmm.
Come Out and Play. Good, great song. God, think of all these songs. Gone Away.
Gone
Jake.
Away is great. I played Gone Away before.
Come Out and Play 1994.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have been around. Original Prankster. Hit that. Gotta Get Away. Man, what a list. The Kids Aren't All Right is the best, but that's a great one you played today. It's a 9.
Ooh.
Oh, God, you're in the 9s for sure. 9.4447. Thank you for playing it.
You want to guess what Bill would have given that score?
I can't
see him liking that band.
No.
This could be like
we're on the same page on that.
This could be a dirty laundry, like, you gave it 8.4,
Yeah.
he gave it a 2, and it was too high, he said. I think Bill would give The Offspring a 3.
Jeez. Me and Bill are gonna throw hands, and he's not even here. Yeah, he might give it a low score. This might not be he's a little more mature than me, I think. I still got that kid side of me that's pretty evident. But, just by the virtue of the fact I still like The Offspring a lot.
What's wrong with that?
I hope nothing. Because it's the fact. I still get
so
excited.
9.444.
Yeah. Josh,
was kind of into that. Like, you like the guitar for it, but I'm going to go Josh a 6.1.
Yeah, good guess. I'm going to go slightly over 6.4.
7.5 sounds like Nirvana's Breed.
Ooh.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Kind of a more
Sounds like Breed.
lighthearted Nirvana, right? A very
funnier Nirvana.
Yeah.
Their lyrics are pretty funny.
Yeah, Nirvana was
pretty serious.
Yeah, serious
grunge,
dark.
serious grunge.
Yeah. The Offspring had a lightness about them that was appealing, I thought. Like on The Kids Aren't All Right, which is a pretty cynical song, but they treated it lightly, which I love.
From the text line, some ratings here before we get to the mailbag. Here we got Notorious B.I.B. 7.8, Guilt Nerd 9, 10 from unnamed texter. John in Southeast Lincoln 8.10. Great choice.
Wow.
Scott in Bancroft says F yes, Jake 9.55.
Okay, we're getting high scores.
Mike in Kansas says Sip's favorite era 7.32.
Pretty good
It's
era.
not the 70s, but it's pretty good.
Pretty good era. I mean, Offspring's off the charts good.
Jake and Hickman 8.9. Bird in Columbus.
Good job. You represented Bill well.
8.5. He says bleep yes, Jake.
Yes.
Bleep
God, people
yes.
like it.
Corey and Lincoln 7.
That's our core.
He says the first good Offspring song you've ever played.
Ooh, easy on that, Corey.
I have played the other ones that you mentioned. I played those ones before. Mike and Dalton a 1. We got Husker Mike in Waterloo says this is the first song you've played I've never heard of before. 3.
Ooh.
Mike's probably in his 60s.
Yeah.
At somewhere in his upper 50s, lower 60s.
Yeah, because that song was highly played on the radio.
Jennifer 5, hubby 4 with the quote of mosh pit? Question mark.
Okay, now I would have guessed that they would be in that range. Hubby and Jennifer.
That's not overly surprising for them. No. And I think it's a proper rating for them. Let's see. Headhunter a 1. Scott and Cortland 3.5. That was terrible. Dan and Lincoln 7.5. Travis and Ankeny 8.77. We had a lot of response today on Song of the Day. Brent in Houston 8.9. And by the way, the lead singer, you'll love this. You'll love this. Lead singer of that group, I don't know his name. He says he has a PhD in molecular biology.
Is that right?
He's a hot sauce entrepreneur.
Is that right?
That guy, the guy with the spiked hair.
Yep.
He's a genius, apparently.
Interesting.
Love that.
Love that, too.
So, again, the song of the day is Come Out and Play by The Offspring is your Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day today.
Serious talent. Serious talent.
Before the mailbag, a quick legal ID, and then we'll plug it.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, it is time for the mailbag on this Wednesday. Here we go. That was loud. I apologize, listeners. Again, the mailbag is sponsored by Double Eagle Golf. I have a message from Sam, who we had in the studio before.
Sam Stroh.
He says, mailbag, winter is coming. A few spots remain for winter leagues. Memberships are just $1.99 per month out there. Book your holiday party ASAP. Go to doubleeagle.com.
I just want to say something on Sam's behalf.
Okay.
Well, first of all, Sam is an incredible human. He's very upbeat, funny with it. Really, if you want to go out there and talk football with Sam, he's really good talking football. Now, what I'd say about that place is if you want to get away, it's really a getaway. When you walk through those doors, you are turning your back on your world.
Oh, yeah.
You feel like you've walked into I don't know how to describe, I told Sam last time, it feels like you're walking into like the ultimate man cave.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's what they want to be. That's like their phrase, the ultimate man cave. Double Eagle Golf. You got
It
a bar there. You got 5 golf simulators there.
Yeah, TVs all over the place.
Tables to sit at. You got golden tee for crying out loud to go play also if you don't want to play golf.
Yeah, it's good vibe. And you're away. You're getting away. A lot of guys go on the golf course to get away. Well, you can get away at this place.
Double Eagle Golf. West O Street Kinetic Sports Complex. Check them out, doubleeagle.golf. This is one of Michael, who always texts emails in. This is one of his best questions I think he's ever had. Ready for this from the mailbag? He says, aloha from Hawaii.
Aloha.
With this current team and with everything else being the same, would you rather have Brian Ferentz as Nebraska's offensive coordinator or Alex Grinch as the defensive coordinator? Look at that question right there.
You're in a no-win answering that, by the way. God.
Brian Ferentz,
Both those guys had rough years.
plays on offense, or Alex Grinch.
Did you see Grinch? I watched the entire Washington USC game because Nebraska's game was over and I got to watch college football. And I'm not like Bill. I don't flip around. I'd like to lock in on a game. Grinch's body language was awful.
How could it not be? His team sucked. His side of the ball is terrible.
He probably knew he was getting fired, or it could happen. And maybe even at some point in the game, it dawned on him, well, we're about to give up 50 on national TV. Probably going to get fired. He would say things like, what are you doing? And come on. You could see.
Those guys.
Yeah. I mean, his posture was bad. But anyway, I don't know how to answer that.
I have the answer. It's Brian Ferentz. The defense is playing too well at this point to go take Alex Grinch. The offense is playing pretty similar to Iowa. So what's he going to change here?
Right.
I would take it's hard to say. I would take Brian Ferentz at OC over Alex Grinch at defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I'd say Satterfield's done a better job than Ferentz. I would. I mean, they've had to both offenses are rocked by injury, and they're just managing. The trouble is Ferentz's offense has never been good. He was the offensive coordinator starting in 2017, and it's never been good.
True.
It's just saying.
Next up in the mailbag from Kelly. It's been a long time for Kelly. Kelly says, seems like a common phrase that is said during Bill's Thrills is better times, right?
Yeah.
Sip and Bill, if you were to ask your parents, what do you think they would say were better times from their youth versus yours?
Ooh, from their youth?
Yeah.
From their youth. The prominence of TV wasn't as great. And I think that's a better situation. That you actually do things other than watch TV.
A heavily radio reliance back then, right?
Yeah. So that's the first thing that would come to mind. But that's a good question. But that's the first thing I'd think.
So that'd be my grandparents in their 90s. What was better for them
what would they say better time? It wasn't as stark a contrast as from when I was a childhood to when my parents were children as it is now. I mean, when we say better times now, is anybody really pushing back? Like, these aren't better times? I think it was less discernible from my generation to their generation, but I'd say that. I mean, the proliferation of TV hadn't happened, and
It's probably a good route to go for that.
Yeah, I mean that's the way I look at it.
I don't really have an answer here because I don't even know what it would have been like.
I mean, Jake,
you have somewhat of an idea.
Yeah, and I'm old enough to remember when TV. I mean, when I was like 5 and 6, it was just black and white, pretty much. It was black and white. There was only a few channels. When I was a young kid, I'm old enough to remember that, and TV just wasn't that big a deal.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's the mailbag. They're sponsored by our friends at Double Eagle Golf, Sam Stroh and company out there. Check them out, doubleeagle.golf. Again, winter leagues, they still have a couple spots left. You can buy membership also for $199 per month and book your holiday parties out there. The Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, Double Eagle Golf.
It's a great place to go.
It's a wonderful
especially
place.
if you're a golfer.
It is an oasis out there.
You can go out there if you're not a golfer.
Yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, I know a lot of people that just go out there and drink at the bar.
Yeah.
Think about that. You have all the different games going on in the complex, basketball, volleyball. If you don't want to watch the game, you have a break, we'll go over. It's a bar. You can just chill at the bar and play golden tea or just drink something.
Yeah, golden tea's fun. Yeah. You know, one idea I have for Sam, maybe he already does it. I wonder if he just has clubs for people who wander in.
Yes.
Do they?
They have clubs there. You don't have to bring your own.
You don't have to bring your own.
You can bring your own clubs. It's recommended, but if you don't have to, let's say you're in town for a business trip and you didn't bring your clubs, but you want to play some golf. Well, guess what? They've got golf clubs to swing there.
Of course they do.
It's part of the deal.
Of course, Sam.
Part of the
thought
deal.
about that.
So thank you to Double Eagle Golf. And that's loud.
I have no original ideas.
No, that was a good. That's a good question you had there. So,
what are we talking about next?
When we come back, I want to talk a little bit about Emmett Johnson.
Let's do that.
Can Emmett Johnson be the long-term answer at running back for Nebraska? We'll discuss that next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com. It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week, and right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we know no two cases are the same. Whether it's a DUI, a criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some areas of patchy fog are possible this morning. Otherwise, we'll see partly sunny skies. We breezy today, too. We'll see a high of around 64. Tonight, mainly clear skies and breezy conditions with a low around 32. And tomorrow, we'll see lots of sunshine and a high of 58. Meteorologist Kyle Cluckett from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Tune in this Thursday as Early Break with myself, Steve Sipple, and Bill Busch broadcast from the Nebraska Army National Guard UNL East Campus Readiness Center to honor Veterans Day. You won't want to miss this one. That's this Thursday for Early Break from 6 to 8 a.m. at the UNL East Campus Readiness Center just north of 33rd and Holdridge.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
So what's this new concept happening at 1040 O Street? There's 93.7 The Ticket, there's The Mill Coffee and Tea, and there's Grandma's Bake Shop and Beatrice Bakery? Well, yeah, it's all of those things. It's a place for the community to hang out, grab a drink and a bite, and just chill, or work, or meet, or chat, or whatever you want to do. 93.7 The Ticket, The Mill Coffee and Tea, Grandma's Bake Shop and Beatrice Bakery, all together at 1040 O Street.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Bill Busch out today, back tomorrow. He says Steve Schindler has the day off today, so we'll give him a day
Shin
off.
Daddy has
Shin
the
Daddy
day off.
So Hour 2, of course, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Member FDIC, where Steve Schindler and company will work at.
I hope Shin Daddy takes it easy.
You should.
I hope I wonder if Shin Daddy's the type of guy that'd sleep till 9. Doesn't strike me that way.
So. No way. No.
You ever do that?
Oh yeah, I'm capable of that. I'm so happy with the way that my brain works because I'll wake up at 4:30 Monday to Friday. It's not always easy to wake up at 4:30.
No, it's not.
But if I don't set an alarm on a Saturday or a Sunday, I can sleep till like 8:30 or 9.
Yeah, I can too.
It's amazing. Very happy about that.
Then I can take a nap at noon.
Once again, Heavenly Waffles in the building. I see Bob and Kathy are here. They're going to start serving at 8 o'clock, 8 to 11. Come down for breakfast here at 1040 O Street, 11th and O.
1040 O Street.
Yes.
Traffic's moving.
Traffic is moving.
Downtown.
Traffic's humming.
Look at it. Look at it roll.
It is rolling. It's rolling.
Yeah.
Before I get to hour two, in terms of, I want to talk Emmett Johnson. A quick plug, because I got to get these. I got a lot of plugs in right now.
Okay.
Well, it's a busy time to
plug.
People need to know stuff. Our friend Tripp, Computer Hardware.
Oh yeah.
He was here a few weeks ago. Computer Hardware is Nebraska's Apple authorized service provider. Are you upgrading your iPad, or do you have questions about what Apple device is best for you? Don't go anywhere else for your Apple product needs. Computer Hardware has served as Nebraska's Apple partner since 1980 and has a team of experts to help you. With 4 locations in Lincoln, Kearney, Hastings, and Grand Island, stop by and see them today. Nebraska's Apple Store, Computer Hardware in Lincoln, just south of 70th and O.
Just go in there and don't be intimidated, especially
say hello to Tripp.
Yeah, say hello to Tripp, especially if you're old and you're not very good with technology. It's not a problem. They are very welcoming. And Tripp, by the way, said that. He said he doesn't hire people that don't have people skills. I don't think he'd mind me saying that. And they do have. It is real. I was struck twice. I've had to go. I've had problems with my phone.
Well, that's no surprise. I have too.
And I've had to go in there, and they were. I would classify them as emergencies. They were emergencies, and I was not in a good spot mentally. And quickly, they calm you, and you realize, okay, they got this. They got it.
Yep, they got it. By the way,
plug away.
One more thing before we get to running backs. Join us again tomorrow morning, 6 to 8 a.m. We will not be in this building. We will be on remote at the UNL East Campus Readiness Center for the Nebraska Army National Guard. It's on 33rd Street, just north of Holdridge. You can't miss it, on the east side of the road. It's right off the road. So we'll be there from 6 to 8 for Veterans Day, a special for that. There'll be food. There'll be coffee as well. Come on by. Everyone's invited. It's not just Army National Guard, but everyone's invited to be out there tomorrow.
Easy. You think it's easy to find?
Yes, it'll be easy to find.
Okay.
So join us there. Okay. 464-5685. Call or text as always. We talk a lot about Heinrich Harburg and the quarterback spot at Nebraska, which is understandably so. It's been a concerning place. It's a big, important part of this roster in winning football games.
Love talking about the quarterback, Jake.
However, we have not talked about running back for a while. We know we had injuries off the bat with Gabe Ervin and Ramir Johnson, and now it's Emmett Johnson, Anthony Grant, and Joshua Fleeks at running back. That's your guys. Fleeks got the first carry against Michigan State, but Emmett Johnson was more of the horse that game for the Huskers. So my question to you is, can Emmett Johnson be the long-term answer for Nebraska at running back?
I look at that question like I look at the Heinrich Harburg question. The jury's still out on that. I just don't think right now that I haven't seen it at a level where I could proclaim him the running back of the future. You know, the guy that you would lean really hard on going forward. He's in the job right now because Gabe Ervin and Ramir are out.
That's right.
And I'd say he looks good, but no way am I going to that card where, I think he's the guy of the future. He's good, though. You know the first thing I look at, Jay? And this is not in every conference, but in the Big Ten, I'm looking at, is he a willing between the tacklers runner? And Emmett Johnson is a willing between the tacklers runner, even though he's 5'11", 190, not a big back. But he hammers it through there. And he's, his numbers are good. He's averaged 5.1 a carry,
That's
Jake.
very good. That's very good.
On the season, 49 carries for 250 yards. It's good. 5.1. Nothing. I mean, in his last 3 games, when he's been squarely in the spotlight, 12 carries for 73 against Northwestern. Good.
Solid.
Good.
It's over 6 a carry, right?
Yeah.
Over 5 a carry. Sorry.
Very
Bad
similar
math.
against Purdue, 13 for 76. Good. 13 for 57 against Michigan State. Good.
Yep.
He hammers it. And you know what? You're going to hear sound from. I think you're going to hear sound from Rule, and you're going to hear sound from Satterfield. And what Rule has said, and this is really important about Emmett Johnson, is he's a versatile guy. He's a good blocker. He can catch the ball. He understands the offense. He's reliable, Jake. Reliable. It's one of the most important words in the English language.
Now, he did have a fumble against Illinois, Emmett Johnson.
He's had a fumble,
but
young guy.
In general, he's been reliable.
He's reliable.
Here is Matt Rule on Monday. The performance of the backfield in general, and that part of that is Emmett Johnson. Here's Rule from Monday.
I think Tommy Hill's been dominant.
Oh, hang on. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I'm sorry. I don't have the one you're looking for then. I'm sorry on that. Let's go to Satterfield.
Yeah, go Satterfield.
Satterfield was talking about Emmett Johnson yesterday. Here's his comments on how his performance has been so far.
I think that he's going to continue to improve. His role is going to continue to grow. He does a really nice job in third down and pass protection in 2-minute situations. And we've got Coach challenged me the other day. Let's get him some more touches because he's doing a really nice job of getting yards. He's kind of sneaky because he's just a great young man that does everything right and dependable, and you forget about how talented he is and how productive he is. If you just the touches he gets, he's falling for yards. Very rarely is he losing a yard. So very pleased with him.
Falling for yards.
He does that.
Important.
He's tough. He's just one of those kids is you can tell he's tough. Now, the thing that you'd want to see a little bit more of, and I'd be interested in what you'd say about this, is I think explosion around the edge isn't, it doesn't look elite. Explosion on the outside when he turns the corner. Some guys, you see it. I don't see it with him, but it doesn't mean it won't happen. And think about it. He's 5'11", 190.
Mm-hmm.
What if he shows up in, March for spring ball, 5'11", 200?
That'd be helpful.
With a little more speed.
Yep.
And so he's a young guy thrust into a situation he probably didn't expect.
No, there's no way he expected this.
Right,
yeah.
But he's done well. He's done well. Now, is he the hammer back that Rule ultimately wants? Think about that discussion. Think about Gabe Ervin, what he looks like. He was moving into the hammer back role. I mean, it kind of had it before he got hurt. Now he's 6 foot 225, Jake. 6 foot 225. That's a big back. And that's what I think Rule, what's he always talk about? Body blows, body blows, body blows. Now, Ramir wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But Ramir Emmett Johnson reminds me of Ramir in that Ramir tears it up between the tackles. He just rips through there. Now, doesn't always get much because there's not much there, but he'll get, what they ask. Barthel asks those guys, Jake, when you see daylight in the Big Ten, go for the daylight, even if it's just a sliver. Don't dance around. In this league, you got to go to the daylight, get what you can.
And fall forward.
Yeah.
Fall forward.
Get 3 or 4.
As they said that, Satterfield said what Emmett Johnson does. But
get 3 or 4. Don't dance around. Get 3 or 4 in that sliver. Don't dance around and get -1 or 0. We see that sometimes.
We do. Now, for Johnson also, the thing is, we understand there's a lot of problems with Nebraska's offense. The offensive line is already banged up, and it's not very good to begin with.
Now, hold on.
It's not great, and it's banged up.
Hold on.
Double whammy.
Who leads the Big Ten in rushing right now?
Who does?
Nebraska.
In general.
They lead the Big Ten in rushing. So Rule, but Rule has said, you guys always ask me, and I think he was referring to me at one point. You guys always ask, how's the offensive line doing? Well, they can't. How bad are they if we're leading the Big Ten in rushing? Probably not that bad.
Maybe pass protection's been rough.
Yes.
They're not good in all aspects of the
pass
game.
protection hasn't been as good as run blocking. It hasn't.
A lot of pressures against Michigan State last week.
Loud. Yeah, 21. 21 pressures by the D-line. The D-line.
But for Emmett Johnson, back to him, I always pointed out that, when Amir Abdullah was here, he found holes that did not exist. He was making plays happen that the common running back would not find. He slipped
elite running back.
Yeah, he was elite. And Over the next 3 games, Emmett Johnson, you're going against good rush defenses. Maryland's a top 30 rush defense in the country. We know Iowa stops the run very well. Wisconsin has been good this season defensively, stopping the run.
Yeah, they'll be good stopping a run.
So if Emmett Johnson can somehow, I'm not expecting massive games from him to have 100+ yards in all 3 games. I don't expect that at all. But if he somehow were to do that, all of a sudden that picture looks a lot different going into the offseason than right now, which I think is still kind of murky at this point.
I think I agree with you.
3 games to go regarding the future of the running back position.
So Nebraska, by the way, is still number 1 in the Big Ten in rushing, 185.4. Now it's declined. They were just 190 last week. They've been at in the 200 range, so it's dipped. But but to answer your original question, read it.
Can Emmett Johnson be the long-term answer at running back for Nebraska?
I think, first of all, we need to see more. And second of all, I don't know if you're going to have one long-term answer. I think you need answers.
Yeah.
I think you need answers.
These guys, you dudes, plural.
Yeah.
Plural.
When Nebraska was at its height, they'd always had 2 or 3 really good ones, and sometimes 4. So literally, sometimes 4.
They did.
And I can even remember back in that Jay Sims time when he was number 5. They had 5. You put Jay Sims on this team, Jay Sims back in the day, or mid-90s, he's probably number 2. Okay? I mean, you gotta think about Nebraska in the context of becoming elite again. And I mean, Amir is the last elite back, Amir Abdullah, the last elite back Nebraska's had, right?
Yes, he is. He is
Jake,
after Rex, so yes.
Jake, he ran for 1,500 2 straight years. 1,500 yards. It's hard to put anybody in that context right now.
And he was still a second-round
We
pick.
haven't seen anything like that. Yeah, he's a second-round pick.
He wasn't even a first-round pick, second-round pick.
That's pretty good as a running back.
Great, I know that, but
I mean, Burkhead and Amir are the last 2 guys that we've seen elite at Nebraska at that position. Elite. We've seen some good running backs.
Yeah.
Good. Not elite. Now, could Emmett Johnson become Amir Abdullah? Wouldn't rule it out. But I haven't seen it yet.
All you've seen is flashes. Dedrick Mills had flashes at Nebraska. Ozigbo had flashes at Nebraska.
Ozigbo had flashes. He averaged 7 a carry.
And he's had a span in the NFL and going between practice squads to teams.
In fact,
back and forth.
Some people would say, "Wait a second, you don't think Ozigbo was elite?"
I wouldn't call him elite. He was good.
Thank you.
He was good.
We're on the same page.
A good running back that you could rely on.
He got
it was not a difference maker for Nebraska.
He got 1,000 in 2016
solid
or 17.
17.
I
think 17.
He got 1,000 in 2017 and was really good, but not Amir good. Now, that's the kind of guys you're looking for, though.
Yes.
And let's face it, Emmett Johnson was your 4th-string running back entering the season. But he's done I'd say, Jake, he's done a great job of moving up. And I mean, he's better than I thought we were going to see. And I would say a lot better than I thought.
Anything else you want to hear from Satterfield from yesterday at all? He was talking about the blitz quite a bit in terms of the last couple of games. The blitz has affected Nebraska. Maryland does blitz compared to other teams also. I'll play this one. Here's Satterfield. What have defenses done to key on to slow Nebraska's offense down the last couple of games?
Yeah, that's a Harburg discussion.
Marcus Satterfield yesterday.
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of got a somewhat of a common theme of how they're defending us, and they have their different niches to it. But it is centered around. They know that they've got to stop our quarterback run game, and so each week you got to figure out early what they're doing and try to combat that with whether it be a play action pass, reverse, or a fake quarterback run where somebody else gets it. So you got to be in tune to that early on in the game, and our staff's done a nice job of that to this point.
Okay, he also explained why that against Purdue, and he did the same thing at Michigan State, why he moved to the press box to call plays.
I have that somewhere. Here we go. Here's Satterfield.
Yeah, comps are. I was down there originally just to be with the quarterbacks Hadn't been with Jeff before, and the rest of them are young. Just to be down there with them if things start going bad, I'd called it from the box and on the field. And the coach gives me a hard time. He's like, yeah, you went in the box because it was 12 degrees that day. But that's not the case. I just want to get up there. Me and Gary are up there. We can see everything. Drink a Diet Coke, which I know I'm not supposed to say. Drink a Diet Coke. Drink a Diet Pepsi, and be able to slow things down. There's no chaos up there. You're able to just kind of remove yourself from the emotional aspect of it and call it game.
Isn't that interesting? See, Bill would be good talking about this. That makes a lot of sense to me. That part. Remove yourself from the chaos. Go up where it's quieter. And call plays that way. See the field better. I would think if I were a coordinator, and you know me, I get easily distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Easily distracted.
We both do.
Yeah, you do too. I think I would be more effective. People like us more effective in a box with a headset on.
You can see the field better in terms of.
Well, that's part of it too. Yeah,
that's why I would go up there, is seeing things play out versus just on the sideline.
I'm always. These guys that see the field so well on the field, like Bill Callahan called plays from the field. Remember? He had to. He's a head coach. Bo Pelini called plays. Remember Bo, though? He'd always get way down the field and get a different kind of look than from a straight on look. He'd get an angled look. Remember?
Yes.
Those guys that can do that are amazing to me. I'd want to be up top. Like you said, you see it better, but also – and I'm glad somebody asked him. It was Amy just asked him that question. Why did you move to the box? People have been asking me that. Why did Satterfield move to the box? Well, there you go. You heard it.
Got the answer.
Yeah.
Got the answer. By the way, from the text line, this is from Officer McLeod in Columbus.
Whoa. I don't think I've ever met him. I don't think he arrested me in Columbus.
He sent me a picture here. It's a screenshot that there's been a concert announcement that is pretty big. Not
really?
It's in
Officer McLeod?
It's in Omaha.
Okay, what do we got?
We played the Eagles the other day on the radio. Apparently, the CHI Health Center in Omaha has announced that the Eagles are coming to Omaha on February 10th with Steely Dan.
Oh, you got to go to that. You got to go.
I'm going to go reel in the years with Steely Dan. And then live life in the fast lane with the Eagles. How about that?
That was cheesy.
I know. I'm cheesy sometimes. Hey,
that's an amazing concert.
February 10th in Omaha. The Eagles with Steely Dan.
That's going to be a tough
tickets go on sale Friday the 17th. So next Friday you can buy tickets for that concert.
That feels like a tough ticket.
We might have to go to that.
I know.
It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's not football season.
I just don't think there's any reason why I can't go to that.
We'll have to go to that. The Eagles.
I got to make sure it's right in that range that I'm going to a NBA game with the grandkids. It's right in that area, but I got to double check those dates. Anyway,
so thank you to Officer McLeod in Columbus for texting.
Jeez, officer.
Someone got mad at me for not reading text. I read plenty of texts. I can't read every text ever. We have things to say. Yeah, I'm just trying. Someone that says I'm leaving the show because you guys don't read text anymore. I read text.
Oh God!
I'm sorry. We can't make everybody happy.
Don't leave the show.
We don't have 4 hours. We get 2 hours in the show.
Yeah, we're talking.
We're talking at this point.
Hey, read a few.
Let's see. Someone says that about that concert. That sucks. I'll be in Cancun during that concert. Well, Cancun's a great spot to be also. Someone says, too bad it's not the real Eagles. Members have left the Eagles and passed away also.
Okay, this is going to sound bad, but so Don Henley's still kicking.
Yes, Glenn Fry's not, though.
Right.
Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh is kicking still.
So those two for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe our texters can help us out with that. Jeez, Jake, that's a gigantic concert. Gigantic.
Yep, there you go. So thank you. Downtown Scott, I see you. Yes, I see you on the text line, Downtown
Hello,
Scott.
Downtown
You're here. Before we get to break, I got to plug this because this is important. You're going to love this one, Sip. This one's going to resonate with you and all the listeners in this fine state in this area because we all like steak, right? Yeah, the answer is yes. The holidays are right around the corner. And now is the best time to think about the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Whether you're shopping for family and friends or employees and clients, Omaha Steaks
Oh, God, yes.
can help you skip the guesswork with gourmet gifts that they're guaranteed to love for a limited time. Sip, get this. Save 50%, 50% off site-wide when you shop this 93.7 The Ticket exclusive. Plus, you'll get 8 free pure ground filet mignon burgers with qualifying orders. Every purchase is backed by their unconditional money-back guarantee. Simply see our deal at omahasteaks.com/theticket for the delicious deal. 50% off and 8 free pure ground filet mignon burgers.
Oh, yeah. It's a great gift.
omahasteaks.com/theticket.
I feel like early in our ticket period, you or the ticket we got like a gift box.
And you'll be getting a gift box this time too.
And it was incredible.
Yeah, Omaha Steaks is going to hook the ticket up, and they can hook you up also. So soon I will have a gift box for you and for Bill. And
God
and
Almighty,
and for everybody.
It's
Jay,
one of the
DP, everyone.
Yeah, I would tell you this, and I don't. You know me, I don't plug things that I don't believe in. It's absolutely one of the best gifts you can get somebody.
Steak. It's meat.
Yeah,
happiness.
and it's quality.
It's food.
Super duper quality too.
omahasteaks.com/theticket. Check it out today. When we come back, we're going to do Bill's Thrills without Bill here. We'll make it happen.
We are?
Yes. Next, the early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
The holidays are right around the corner. This is a great year to give your family and loved ones a gift of shoes to encourage them to stay active. Fleet Feet Lincoln fits you properly for shoes, and they offer a free group that meets 3 days a week, plus other training programs and a walking group on Mondays. Get healthy, stay healthy with proper shoe wear from Fleet Feet Lincoln and a group of friends that will support you and keep you accountable. Start your health adventure at Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Tune in this Thursday as Early Break with myself, Steve Sipple, and Bill Busch, broadcast from the Nebraska Army National Guard UNL East Campus Readiness Center to honor Veterans Day. You won't want to miss this one. That's this Thursday for Early Break from 6 to 8 a.m. at the UNL East Campus Readiness Center, just north of 33rd and Holdridge.
The holidays are drawing closer, and there's not many things better than getting the gift of relaxation. Not just for yourself, but for anyone in your life. During November, for every service you get at the Body Shop, you get entered into their drawing for a free massage gift certificate equal to your last service. This goes all the way to the week before Christmas, so book your appointments now at thebodyshoplincoln.com and treat yourself and loved ones today. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Oak Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at Oak Street Carpet.
Oak Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Nutrition Authority invites you to try Attack, which is an exciting pre-workout for athletes and gym enthusiasts who want the most out of their workouts. Attack can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Remember, when you want results, the solution is simple. Nutrition Authority. Stop in or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I can smell the waffles cooking. Chef Bob is here with Heavenly Waffles with Kathy. They're serving up from 8 to 11 a.m. Delicious breakfast here.
A lot going on.
Heavenly Waffles.
Scott was here from the
Nebraska Army National Guard. He will be there tomorrow for our remote broadcast.
Scott stopped in.
Scott Inglesby is his name. Inglesby. Great last name.
So we're going to have a time tomorrow.
We'll have a good time. Yeah, we'll have some food. We'll honor the veterans for everything they've done for us, and it's going to be a fun time. 6 to 8 a.m.
And Heavenly Waffles is on our marquee now.
They
outside.
are. You saw that?
Yeah.
Went outside?
Yeah.
It's a handsome marquee. Looks
It
very
really
good.
is. It really
At
is.
1040 O Street, 11th and O.
Things are happening, Jake.
They are happening. One more thing before I told you, I have a lot of things to plug. It's just busy. This is the holidays. Last thing before we get to Bill's Thrills, and I will handle that today.
Okay,
Jake,
please do.
Jake's takes today. We talked about yesterday the magical lights of Lincoln coming. Okay. I'll make it very clear. This is a very cool thing. It is it's a mile and a half of Christmas lights. Think about that. A mile and a half. Usually these things are like a half mile at the most, and that's a good show. That's 3 times the size. A mile and a half at the Lancaster Event Center, Magical Lights of Lincoln. One of the best Christmas light show in the entire country. Goes from Black Friday to New Year's Eve, November 24th to December 31st. There's a 500-foot light tunnel out there, okay? 500 feet of light tunnel.
I wonder how long it'd take you to get through.
It's about 30 to 40 minutes.
That's excellent.
So it's like
Perfect
it's worth it's $20 per car. Sunday to Thursday, $25 a car from Friday to Saturday. And you can take a bus through there. Same price. We can put 100 people on a bus to go through this thing.
Interesting.
And it's one cost there. ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com. Reserve your time slot today because if you don't have a time slot, they cannot guarantee you get through that thing. So reserve your time slot at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com. It does begin Black Friday, so you can reserve it right now if you want to. And also, there's a fundraiser option. If every $5 spent on lights goes to the fundraiser, if you set something up with them ahead of time, it's Magical Lights of Lincoln and the website ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com.
What? I mean, it just sounds like a good way to spend an afternoon.
Yes.
Get everybody together, make that the centerpiece of your afternoon, right? Rip through there.
I like that. All right.
It'd be fun.
Are you ready for Bill's Thrills?
I'm interested.
Bill's not here, but we are. So here we go.
You sure you want to do this?
We're doing it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
this
We
could be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Bill's Thrills, a.k.a. Jake's Takes today, when Bill's gone, is sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. They make you money. Cash-free app, as Bill says.
This is a good time to have money in your pocket.
Tax-free app. I say cash. The tax-free app, not the cash-free app. You
don't want that.
Cash. Tax-free app. For
me. You want a tax-free app.
Mid-Plains Advisors are great people.
Run your paycheck through the tax-free app. Hey, Jake, you got this. This is a big because Bill, I don't know. Whenever I see that on the rundown and Bill's not going to be here, I'm like, I don't know how you.
I usually take over it.
How do you replicate Bill's Thrills?
Well, here's the deal. Today's Bill's Thrills, Jake's Takes, happened from a couple minutes ago. It's a moment we talked about with Scott Inglesby over at the Nebraska Army National Guard, and it is this
a moment.
It's when you are in a moment. You can see if that's going to be a moment that you remember forever. So let's go back to quickly the end of August. We were in the chopper, the Black Hawk, at the Nebraska Army National Guard for like an hour plus. We were in that.
Were we in there an hour?
And here's the thing. I think when you go in that, you're not sure what it's going to be like, but what you said is true. That's a memory we will always have the rest of our life. Every day does not guarantee a memory that you will have the rest of your life.
No.
So the moments like that, just cherish them. Cherish the memories that you will have forever.
I'll never forget it.
You will never, ever forget the memory that you had there at the National Guard flying in the chopper.
Yeah.
Take no days for granted and remember the things that stand out.
That's beautiful, Jake. That's beautiful. And what do you remember? What do you remember most about that flight? So we went out to the Lincoln Airport.
Yes.
Where the National Guard is, and they have the helicopter stationed. And we didn't know what we were getting into.
No,
we didn't.
We knew it'd be some sort of chopper.
But when I got out there, it quickly look what's coming.
We got food coming.
Bob.
There's Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
You are so welcome.
My God.
1 second, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, what do we have? You hang on.
Yeah. We got a second here.
Yeah, we got a second. All right, Bob, get in this microphone.
Get on the mic. Just pull it up. You can do it. You're man of many talents.
He is. He's always a great chef, number one.
He's got a great personality.
He does.
He does.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen.
So this is Bob Haney from Heavenly Waffles here in the studio. And what do we have?
What
do we have today?
Today we are doing traditional Heavenly Waffles with jalapeno cheddar brat on top of that with butter, syrup, cinnamon powdered sugar, and a chai spice honey butter.
Wow.
And bacon, of course, bacon.
The bacon strips in the stuff.
I hope people understand
this.
This isn't like getting Eggo waffle.
This is not.
No.
It is certainly
no,
not.
an Eggo waffle. Come on, man. That's nothing. This is a gourmet waffle. It's a heavenly waffle.
It's a heavenly waffle. So 40% of our mix is yogurt. It's a dry yogurt in the mix. 7 grams of protein, only 110 calories. Good for you.
Yeah.
You don't have that hypoglycemia. You know, when you eat a normal pancake or waffle, you feel like you need to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like,
no, this does the opposite.
Yeah.
This energizes.
It does.
It does.
It does.
One more time. What's on the waffles? What do we have here again? One more time.
So it's traditional Heavenly Waffles with butter and syrup, a cheddar jalapeno brat sliced up with chai spice honey butter and cinnamon powdered sugar.
And it's a beautiful breakfast.
And you can get that here today from 8 to 11 at 1040 O Street. The ticket, 11th and O. Come on by. They're here. You're serving up waffles. This is incredible. It's always good. You've never had a bad experience here. We've never had a bad waffle from Bob.
This is a real breakfast.
It is.
This is start your day off really good.
And if you want to order Heavenly Waffles, you can order online at heavenlywaffles.com.
Okay. Really easy to remember.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
simple.
hard.
Heavenlywaffles.com. And I always say in marketing, simplicity is super important.
It is.
Heavenlywaffles.com.
Thank you, Bob.
You're more than welcome.
I can't wait to dive into this.
You big
It's
son
gonna
of
be
a
wonderful.
gun.
Enjoy, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
8 to 11, Bob is here with the Heavenly Waffles, so stopping by. This is also a thing you will never forget. You won't forget Bob bringing in waffles ever, right? It's not quite like the chopper ride.
I mean, the guy has made a living. He's made a living off of waffles. There's a reason, because they're good. It's not just a waffle. It's an experience.
Yes. And I got also from the text line, going back to the Bills Thrills, Sanderson texted our
friend.
He said this morning, embrace every day. That was this morning.
Sanderson
in the first segment.
Sanderson is very adamant about that, and he's had things happen.
He has,
but he definitely embraces every day. God bless Sanderson. He's been with us since day one.
He has. Yes, and I always say, that I don't feel the best today. I'm fighting a cold, but you know what? I can find something.
You're a man.
I can find something to celebrate today from. Like, this might be it. Maybe the rest of the day is not great, but maybe Heavenly Waffles and Bob is what makes this day memorable. Find something every day that's memorable.
You're good about that.
Every day should matter. Don't waste a day.
You're good about that. And tomorrow will be memorable.
It will be. We'll be out at the Readiness Center at the UNL East Campus, Nebraska Army National Guard, for our remote from 6 to 8 a.m. It's going to be fun.
We've had a lot of memorable times on this show. I will say that.
We have.
Dating back to Furls.
The
clown coming in.
I have a video still of that. I think Furls, that was 7 years ago, is still terrified from that moment today.
We had some very bizarre times early on in the show. 8 years, though. 8 years.
Yep.
Okay, I'm eating this waffle on the air.
That is, you are. That is, again, Bill's Thrills, a.k.a. Jake's Takes today, courtesy of our friends at Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Never take any day for granted. Cherish something from every day, because it's never a given.
100,
never
Jake.
a given.
Jake, 100. Thank you. That's good.
So
God bless you.
There we go.
You filled in nicely.
I tried to do what I can. For Bill's Thrills is hard to top.
Don't even try.
You never top Bill on that. But
don't even try.
I can do my best and fill it again.
You did very well.
Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. You are 2-0 on the week, and you were by yourself yesterday. You had no help and you have no help again today.
2-0.
2-0. Bill helped you out on Monday. You were by yourself yesterday, and today you're by yourself again. Today is a Wild Card Wednesday, and it is 70s songs by the band. I will give you. I'm not going to play audio. I'm going to give you the song title.
Okay, can you give us a few words?
No, I'm not giving you a lyric. I'm going to give you the song title, and you will tell me what band or artist sang that song from the 70s. This should be good for you, Sip. So 464-5685. Shut Up, Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Dick Down Sip in trivia. 2-0 on the week. The trivia today is 70s songs by band. And we on the phone we have someone you might call Graham, but to everyone else in the world it's Graham. Graham, what's going on, man? How do you feel about 70s songs by bands today?
70s songs by bands. Well, Jake, I grew up listening to that down at the Ashes Country Club.
Oh, yeah.
Little Pop, so we might have a chance.
Wait a second.
I know Graham.
This is a friend of yours?
I know Graham. Graham is a really good golfer.
Is he?
Yes.
So you hang out at the Beatrice Country Club, Graham?
Oh, yeah. Grew up, born and raised. Me, Jake, and Seth. Man, do I have stories.
Oh, I bet you do.
We got stories about Graham too. We do. I can tell you about a 10 on a 2-man scramble one time on a hole. Epic. I went there, Graham.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Graham. First question to you.
5-2.
Yeah, there we go. 5-2. There we go. All right, Graham. First question. What 70s band sang the song "Knock 3 Times"? Knock.
Yeah, I don't think that one was on the playlist. Let's go. Knock 3 times. AC/DC?
AC/DC. Little different.
This band, this conglomeration of talent is a little bit different than AC/DC. It's Tony, Orlando, and Dawn.
Brilliant. I'm going to guess it, Graham. Would never got that out of 1 million guesses. That is correct.
Yeah,
Tony,
no, that was a tough one, Jake. Let's go.
Tony, Orlando, and Dawn.
That's barely. I mean, this is a nice song. It barely qualifies as rock.
I didn't say rock. I said 70s
70 songs.
There was
Okay.
never the word rock at all.
Okay, I'm not attacking
Graham
you.
put AC/DC. That's a rock band. I didn't
Right.
say that. Okay.
Okay,
So
songs.
for the 2-0 lead, Sip, first question. What 70s band sang My Sharona?
Oh. My Sharona. When you say it, it's going to hit me.
5 seconds. 5.
My Sharona.
3. 2.
Tool.
Tool. That's not even close to it.
I don't know.
Tool was from the early 2000s. No, it's not Tool. Do you want that one, Graham, or do you want to skip that?
No, I'm gonna pass that. I'm not confident.
Okay, that would be The Knack.
Yep.
K-N-A-C-K.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Back to you,
That's
Graham.
a one-hit wonder.
It is. For the tie, Graham, last question down 1-0. What 70s band sang the song Joy to the World?
This is gonna kill me. That's not Clearwater Revival, is it? But
Are you going CCR? You going CCR?
Yeah, CCR.
All right, so this is for the win, right? This is for the win if you get it right. If you miss it, though, you go back to a tie.
Hey, Graham, I'm going to send you to the golf course with an L. 3 Dog Night.
Yes, indeed. 3 Dog Night is correct. We'll send Graham to the golf course on that note.
With an L.
With an L. So
I'd
Graham,
take a W.
Graham, we'll get you back on the coffee, calling down the road, and thanks for calling, man. Good try today.
Well played, Sip. Good work.
Good job, Graham.
There goes Graham out.
God, he sounded friendly. That's
He's
one of your boys.
He's a good guy. Graham's good. He's a good guy.
Not Beatrice Country
Got
Club's
some
a-
good people in Beatrice, you know.
Yes, you do. I go there every other Thursday, and I love it out there at the Beatrice Country Club. I do. Very welcoming environment.
So I brought up a story real quick. And so Graham, if you want to know golf terms, like I'm like a 3 handicap, which is good. Graham's probably like a +2, +3. When he goes out to play golf, he's under par almost every time, right?
Ooh, so he's a real golfer.
Played
like
golf
you.
at Wesleyan also.
Okay.
Okay. I referred to a 2-man scramble. This is called the pistol we play in. It's a 2-man scramble in late July every year in Beatrice. He was playing one year with the guy who's not as good of a golfer. He's probably got 18 handicap. But Graham, who could probably shoot under par by himself in a 2-man scramble, they took a 10 and a par 4. They hit like 2 balls out of bounds, lost the third ball. They took a 10. No one's ever taken in the history of 2-man scramble ever a 10 besides those guys. Ever.
Were they visibly frustrated?
Yeah, and they obviously were a very good Calcutta buy in the flight they were in because they lost 6 strokes in the hole. They should have probably birdied or parred at the worst. So they made some money in that. And I can tell you right now, it was not intentional. I remember he's like, this is just awful.
They just blew up.
There was 4 straight balls out of bounds. And they lost another ball, and then they end up getting a 10, which is it got so bad that Seth, my buddy, was the head pro. We had to leave. He said, "Hey, I got to go get the scores in. I can't stay with you guys for this whole time in this disaster of a hole." So we left them, and they got a 10 by themselves. We had to go in.
That's rough. Okay.
Yes.
So
there's the story on Graham.
Yeah, he's a kind of a
Good golfer,
lifelong
but
buddy.
he's a good kid. Good kid.
And that, I believe, is that the first time he's called in?
No, the second time. I'm pretty sure he's called in before, maybe about a year ago.
Okay. I don't recognize.
Your last
him.
question was what 70s band sang "A Horse with No Name"?
America.
Brilliant. And while you've knocked it out of the park here, you're 3-0 in the week. How old is Tony Orlando?
Old. He's
That's
an old.
not a number.
He's an old. My guess is 81.
Very close, 79.
Oh,
April 3rd, his birthday, Tony Orlando. So good job. 3-0, starts of the week on fire. The last 3 weeks, you've been very, very solid.
I wonder
on the game show.
what the overall record is. Josh has it. Look at Josh.
Well, you went 5-0 to 3-2 to now 3-0.
We're going to get an overall record. We're going to get an overall record here pretty quick.
Okay, we'll bring that back.
He's got it. He's got it right there.
27-18. You are 9 games over 500.
27-19.
You might be going to the playoffs right now.
Yeah, I am.
Stay locked in, though.
Yeah.
Stay locked in.
What am I like? I'm like the Lakers.
No, you're like right now the Boston Celtics are playing very good basketball. You like them. They're 5-0. They're kicking teams' butts right now.
They're loaded. They're loaded.
The spillover is next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November, with the best breakfast sandwiches in Lincoln made just the way you want. Order a caramel latte this month, and 10% of proceeds will go to the Lincoln Habitat for Humanity. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
It's football season in Nebraska, and that means coaches are busy making game plans. I'm Eric Hagan with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no 2 opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand no 2 cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. Liberty Law's relentless trial attorneys serve all of Nebraska. To learn more, visit libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Rick Heyman, president of Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I'm inviting you to stop by any of our 3 great locations to see why we have been voted best of for decades. We're a 4-generation jewelry company that refuses to compromise on quality or service. If you're in the market for anything for anyone special, nothing, and I mean nothing, says it better than Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Sartor Heyman Jewelers since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found in Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
It's phishing season. Bad actors are trolling your business emails, luring you and your employees to take the bait and steal your private information. Make sure your cybersecurity keeps your business from being the catch of the day. At Hamilton, cybersecurity is our business. We are experts at keeping your network and business information secure and off the hook. Contact Hamilton for a vulnerability assessment today. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Gary Michaels Clothiers celebrates 40 years of serving Nebraskans in the men's clothing industry. 40 years of some of the most memorable moments. In our way of thanking you for 40 years, we are offering a 40% discount on any single one item in the store. 40% off any suit, sport coat, slack, sports shirt, sweater, outerwear, or shoes. To receive your 40% off on one item, be there by November 11th. Gary Michaels, 40% off for 40 years, located at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
This
Good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Zip and Jay, brought to you by Dana Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Chris Rapp, sponsored by South Point Medical and Aesthetics. We have full stomachs here after our delicious breakfast from Heavenly Waffles. That was outstanding.
We're grateful.
We're grateful for Bob and Kathy and the team. You can also be grateful and buy some yourself. They're open for business until 11 o'clock here at 1040 O Street with the ticket here.
If you just walk up to Bob, I just walked up to Bob, and all I had to do was one thing, Raph. I just showed him my plate, which was empty. I mean, and Jake knows it could have gotten embarrassing if I would have kept,
started eating the plate.
Yeah. But anyway, I showed Bob. Here, all I can say is this right here. And if you're a cook, that's got to be a great feeling, right? A chef.
How could it not be?
A chef. How could it not someone walks up and just shows you the plate that's scraped bare.
Yep.
What more can you say?
Oh, good.
That's the ultimate sign of respect.
Yeah.
Finish the meal, then try to keep eating the remnants that are left.
When a waitress comes over, inevitably they'll come over and say, "How was your meal?" I just say, "Look at my plate. Look at my plate. There's nothing on it."
Yes. From the text line regarding the game show. Now, you won the game show 2-0 today. Throw it in 3-0, I guess.
Oh, when I heard 70s music, I was like,
over.
It's over.
However, we have a text from a loyal listener, Corey in Lincoln, who always chimes in. He's one of our. He keeps us on track if we get off track. He says the guess of Tool for My Sharona,
bad guess,
is the worst guess I've heard in a long time from Sip, and that is saying something.
Corey's with us virtually every day.
He is.
What
happened there?
Corey.
Tool is a 2000s.
I know it was a terrible guess. Corey, what I do is if I don't know, and I'm not, and I wasn't even coming up with names of 70s bands that would fit My Sharona, so I just threw out a name.
Tool.
Yeah, just anything. You just throw out, Raph, when you play, just throw out something.
Yeah, random.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a guess, but it was a terrible guess. But I'm trying to explain myself to Corey a little bit. Corey, I just couldn't think of a band in the 70s that would have fit My Sharona. Like, Corey, since you're coming at me, give me a band or two that would have sounded like that. My Sharona.
I'm trying to think off the
Yeah,
top
it's
of my
hard.
head.
Raph, you're
Yeah,
of
man.
age. You could do this too. I don't know who it would be.
I think I was more disco back then. So
Back in
It didn't sound like the Bee Gees.
who are the Bee Gees?
No, it didn't sound like the Bee Gees. It
I
didn't
know.
sound.
I just like the Bee
Jake,
Gees.
it's hard for
Someone
you.
Pork Chop says maybe Devo.
Okay,
Yeah.
not bad.
I go with that.
Whip it.
Yeah.
Good.
A
Yeah,
Whip
that's
It.
probably
Pork
probably
chop.
a good comparison.
Whip It.
Pork, pork chop came with a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devo would have been a good guess. Would have been.
Did
Good
Devo have more than one song of Whip It?
Don't
It was
think
just
so.
one hit?
No, they didn't have more than one. Jake, one.
It's a questionable hit, too.
Whip It good?
Yeah.
No, that was big.
Yeah.
No, this is a generational.
East
song.
Lincoln West says the B-52s, maybe.
Okay.
They sound like the Knack.
Wow.
I guess
were they the 70s though, or were they 80s, 90s?
Yeah, they weren't in the 70s. Good call. Good call, Raph. Definitely not
I think
there.
they were
B-52s is
late 80s.
Late 80s, probably.
Okay, we got other comparisons. Maybe the Ramones, possibly.
Bam.
That's a good one.
Okay, if I would have said Ramones, good guess.
Cheap Trick.
Not a bad guess. They're in the 70s.
Yeah.
We, see, someone says the Cars. We know the Cars too well to know that was not Rick Ocasek there.
Not a
on the
terrible
vocals.
band though to apply to that song. That isn't a bad band to apply to it. And they were in the 70s.
Jake Al's band. I don't
Yep.
think so. You think that
No, I
sounds
think
like
that's
that?
okay. Those are all
Comparisons to
Angel is the centerfold.
Hey, Raph, never ever underestimate the intelligence of the people that listen to the show.
Oh no,
They're very
This
wise
is a
people.
great
We've got
example.
a lot of people that are giving us good comparisons. Weird Al? No, not Weird Al.
He was 80s, 90s.
The point is, everything's closer than Tool here of what's been uttered here.
And Corey, I appreciate the feedback. I do. Corey knows I appreciate. You know what? I appreciate his feedback almost above all.
Dang.
Seriously. Well, he's from Columbus.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of it.
Makes sense.
Someone says, trying to get Sip some W's. What's next? The topic. Things in Sip's bathroom? Sip's grade school teachers? No, there's no guarantee I have a 25-year-old calling in the show. It could have been a 50-year-old calling. I could have given Sip some problems.
You know that's in my wheelhouse, though.
Sip's grade school teachers. You would have lost that somehow. What was her name? I can see her.
Elaine
with the blonde
Boyle.
hair. Blonde hair. Someone asked, Sip, do you listen to Tool ever?
I think I can. I can't name a song, but if I heard him, I'd know him.
David from RenewYourAuto.com
David's
says
a friend.
He partied. He said he partied with the Romantics at Stooges in the 80s.
Oh, did he?
Where was
David did?
Stooges at?
David doesn't look old enough to have partied.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, David needs to write his memoir.
Oh,
Does he? Why'd you say that?
Oh.
David from Renew Auto?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's a hell of a guy.
He's
been
got
around.
so many great stories of stuff he's done, seen, been around. I mean, it'd be a great book.
He partied with the Ramones at Stooges. I don't even remember Stooges.
And then I think he lived in Vegas for
10
a few
years.
years. Yeah.
10 years in Vegas.
Yeah. It's
He worked
Do you
at a
remember
casino.
Stooges?
vaguely.
Is it downtown?
Down at the Lake Marine Market back there.
Okay.
My buddy Marty worked for a while.
Okay.
I went there. I just don't remember. It's very
Well, thank you for all the texts.
Do we have second wrap?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your level of concern about this Maryland game?
Same as everyone that we went to. I mean, if Nebraska plays good, I think the defense is be at a much higher caliber. I mean, you look back last week, the defense played okay, but to what we had seen recently, I don't think it was up to the caliber that they expected or what Coach White expected. So, I think it's the same alert. I mean, I go into every game. We can lose it just as well as we can win it.
It's pretty similar.
But I think the defense is going to come out on Saturday, be pretty fired up. You can see it through the coach yesterday. He gets pretty fired up.
Tony White.
Yep.
Yeah, he was. He is fiery. And we got to watch that USC situation. I saw Feldman had Tony White on the list.
On the list of candidates.
A list
boy.
of possible successors to Alex Grinch. Now, there was a lot of names on that list, but Tony White was on it. You really got to watch this Tony White situation.
Yeah.
When he coaches defense at that level, when you're a top 15 defense nationally, your name's going to be on a lot of lists, and there's going to be genuine interest from teams.
Yeah, and it's not the worst. You know, it'd be bad if he did leave, but like Coach Rule says all the time, he's always trying to get the GAs, and he's learning the process of it. So I'm sure they'll have somebody. You know, you've got some young coordinators down there like Dvorak or somebody like that.
Well, Dvorak, I've never been a coordinator though.
Yeah, but You got to learn sometimes.
I know. No, it's a tough situation, and it's real. It's okay to talk about it too. It's not a taboo subject.
Yep.
He's really good. You know, he's going to come up for jobs. He's come up for the USC job.
Yep.
Alex Grinch got fired on Sunday, and right away, if you're a Nebraska fan, you're like, okay. I mean, Tony's got a West Coast background. He played at UCLA, coached out in that region.
He's having a good year.
He's having a great year. And let's face it, look at him. I mean, you've seen him, the way he operates, the way he presents himself. He looks like a big-time head coach, a big-time coach who's headed places.
Yeah, and you look at that entire staff down there. When the staff was hired, I looked at it, and the first person I thought that would probably leave Nebraska was Garrett McGuire, just because how the young coaches are in vogue, and they're making their way up. So I never thought for a second that it was good. This staff would stay together for 10 to 20 years. I figured it would be interchangeable parts. You learn the system, on to the next, and being that young of staff, I see that happening. So
yeah,
but
I do too.
But I think we're in really good shape because Coach Rule is just a really great CEO when it comes to making hires and stuff like that. So I'm sure he's kind of like, I don't want to compare him to Bill Moose, but I'm guessing he's probably got an index card in his desk that's got coaches there that, where he could turn to.
Absolutely.
So I think we're in good shape all the way around.
Absolutely.
Quick reminder again before we get out of here. Tomorrow we have a live remote at the UNL East Campus Readiness Center, just north of 33rd and Holdridge. Come on by from 6 to 8 for our Veterans Day special. Anyone's invited. Anyone. Raph, you could be there if you want to. Come on by. Anyone's invited. So that's tomorrow from 6 to 8.
They're going to fly in a helicopter?
No.
Oh.
Not tomorrow, at least.
No memories for me.
That is it for us. The drive with Raph.
I don't know. You're so big. They'd have to get a special helicopter.
For Steve Sipple, I'm Jake Sorensen. We'll see you tomorrow.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture